It was a Thursday morning. I went to work as usual, but today was different. Let me explain. I was a manager there. Not a manager that sits in a huge office, but I was one of the well valued employees that everyone loved. I'm usually the one that takes orders from just my boss and no one else. I'm the one that gives orders, which means I don't do anything except for maybe tell people what they need to do, and they do it. It was great for the first couple years, but today was unusual. It was about midday that I finally discovered that maybe this wasn't the best day to come in. See, I had a agenda, but no one ever thought it was that important for me to do my job. I guess you could say that every break let me get my bearings back and just wind down a bit. Going back to work was the essential great part of my day because I just now regained my bearings and I can go back to work and work efficiently. Of course, typing on the computer all day really isn't my kind of definition of fun, but I guess you could say that it was more of a fun part, I guess. But my boss was the one that really took an interest in me. She's not your typical everyday do this and do that kind of boss. No, she asks you what you want to do today. That's usually when she drags you into her office and says, okay, look, I want you to tell me what's going on and how we can improve our company. That's when she usually pours you a bottle of wine. Now, I know wine isn't exactly a work drink, but it was non-alcoholic. It was kind of like wine, but no alcohol in it. Thank God. I knew my boss like I knew everyone else. She never really took a drink of wine unless it was out of work. Of course, me being the employee I was, pretty simple for what I had planned. I had a lot on my plate at the time, but no one ever questioned me, which I'm glad they didn't. But today I wouldn't mind actually getting questioned because my boss was acting a bit strange. Somebody asked her what happened, and, well, probably guess what happened next. You guessed it. She dragged me into her office, poured me some wine, and we sit down on the couch. Now, I'm not sure how much you want to believe in this, but she was kind of different today. I don't know what she wanted, but I can tell you, it wasn't natural. She always had this big interest in me for some reason. Now, attractive she is, she didn't really seem to be into any other men, but everyone at work tried to get with her. Not sure why. I guess because it was something like benefits or whatever. But I finally figured out what it was that she's so she was so interested in. I found out why. See, I have a record of being a perfect employee. Well, that could be debatable, but what I did was much more precious than anything else. In her eyes, that is. But let me explain what that is. I take records and record them and write them down. I usually try to do everything I can, but in this line of work, everything's possible. I usually try to do everything by myself, but sometimes my boss just says, do it with a partner or go break. Now, breaks are usually scheduled, but I get to take mine whenever I want. I can either say not to, or if I want to, it doesn't really matter. In fact, I think it's more important that I tell you what happened. One day I walked into work, and she was a little down. I asked her what was going on, and she looked at me with a expressive grin, like nothing was wrong at all. But clearly, in her tone of voice, I could actually see what was wrong with her. See, she really recently got evicted, and you can probably guess how that impacted her. She had a week to get out of her house, so I volunteered to help her get out. Unfortunately, when I asked where she wanted to live, she said with me. Understandably, she is single, and I was too, but never thought she would actually be with an employee like me. In fact, I was the one that didn't really care what other people thought about me. And I guess that really interested her. In any case, I guess what I'm trying to say is she's the kind of boss that takes any risk she can. But risks aren't everything. After about a week of her getting out, I finally asked her what she wanted to do. Go to the movies, go out to eat, get some coffee. What she said chills me to this day. Let's get to know each other a little better. Now that can either mean two things. Go out to eat or stay in bed. Now, this might not mean anything to you, but with my boss, she gets a little excited sometimes. She likes every type of guy that she can get her hands on, but this time, didn't really think about it that way. Every guy at work didn't really like her like that, but I guess I really can complain about it. I tried to get her off my mind, but it didn't work at all. I tried to make some lame excuse up like I can't, my dogs have to go to the bed, or I got something else to do. But that didn't really stopped her. I guess she was a bit too occupied to think about it for a second. But what really bothered me was that she was really trying to advance on me. Well, that was the least of my worries. She had something that I didn't. What is that? Well, it's charm, obviously. I couldn't really say anything else, but I guess I could say that she was never really much of, much of a person to take notice of, really. This was to say she was a bad boss. I'm just saying, every time I tried to talk to her, she would just shut me down. That kind of made me mad, but it didn't really matter what she thought of me anyways, because I really didn't care what anyone thought of me. But there's one thing I want to mention. If she ever took advantage of me, well, be the biggest massacre for her life. Anyways, at our house, I decided to say, no, sorry, but I can't. I got somewhere to be. She quickly hugged me and said, come on. You can't be that busy. Guess you should know better. I honestly didn't think about anything else at that time. My mind was overtaken by the soft touch and the perfume she was wearing. Alright, look. You're a nice boss and all, but today I'm just tired. I'm gonna go home. Just chill out. She rubbed her fingernails against my cheek and blacked out. Next thing I knew, I woke up in the basement. The last thing I heard her say before I blacked out again was, "You're just my type of guy. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the dead bite."